Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 51 of Cute Little Love Letters, and this one is titled Girl Talk. Yeah, he said with a smile as he looked around and saw the coast was clear and then took his hand in yours. He beamed with pride, his quivering core from trying to hold the bags being forgotten as soon as you took his hand. All of a sudden he had the strength of 1,000 men and straightened as he headed for the elevator with you. In the elevator he put the bags down quickly and opened his arms. Can I have a recharge hug? It's been an hour since the last hug, and I need another one, he said with a pleading look on his face, and you quickly complied. Truth be told, you had been wanting a cuddle from him too. His arms around you were quickly becoming an addiction. That elevator ride was far too short. It felt like you had just gotten into his arms, then the elevator stopped and dinged, and you had to break away from each other, and he grabbed the bags, and off you went out of the elevator and down to your room. The hallway lights had been dimmed a little now, and it was almost curfew time, and they continued to get dimmer and dimmer as you walked down to your dorm room door, so much so that by the time you got to your door, the lights were just very dull glow overhead. I'd better let you go pretty quickly, Denki sighed. I don't want to get in trouble from being out of my room, out of curfew, and then having to do detention and not be able to see you. Yes, I don't want that either. Thank you for dropping me at my door. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? You said, as you quickly reached up to hug him, your arms reaching up around his neck this time, resting over his shoulders, which was a new move for you, and he quickly dropped the bags again and wrapped his arms around your waist. With you being stretched up to wrap your arms around his neck, it made your body feel even smaller, and he blushed as he felt your full front against his body. You hugged for a little while then, and went to let him go, pulling back slightly, but Denki kept his arms around you, so you bent back slightly and looked into his face, your arms still lightly draped over his shoulders. I really like you a lot, Yin, he said softly as he looked down at you. I like you a lot too, you said softly and confidently, your eyes switching and looking from his left eye to his right eye, holding his eye contact as you stood there in almost complete darkness now. The tension started to rise between you and Denki, and he glanced at your lips, and you did the same to him, both of you obviously thinking the same thing, but neither being brave enough to follow through. You finally said, when you couldn't take it anymore. I'm gonna go to bed now. Yeah, true. I better get going, he said as well, finally letting you go, and you cleared your throat and stepped back. I'll see you tomorrow? You asked. Yeah, of course. Bag, he suddenly said, bending to pick it up while you opened your dorm room door. You smiled and took the bag from him as he handed it to you, and you both said soft good nights, and then you gently closed your door behind you, and Denki turned to the wall and pulled a face and then gently placed closed fists against the wall and slid down facing it, dropping into a deep squat. Kendo, who had heard you both in the hallway, had snuck to her door and gently pried it open to watch you both, and had seen the intimate hug and the almost kiss, and then had watched Denki afterwards with amusement. This boy is so in over his head. They seem to be making progress, but I wonder if Yin's ready for a kiss just yet, she thought as she closed her door. Has he even made it official yet? I might quiz her on it tomorrow. The next morning, Kendo was on the offense. She was trying to grab every opportunity to speak to you, but every time she spotted you, Denki was already there. How is he everywhere? She screeched internally to herself. From the very start of the morning, when she went to knock on your door to walk you to class, you had already left, and when she had looked out the window, you were walking across the lawn with Denki, to catching you at your locker, but nope, Denki was there with one hand resting on the locker door beside yours, chatting to you and making you giggle, to walking you to first class, but by the time she got to you in first class, others were already speaking to you. Then first break, you and Denki were chatting at the drink station, and then lunch you were with him again. She just couldn't catch you alone for 2 seconds. So when she saw you raise your hand to go to the bathroom in 5th class for that day, she also raised her hand. Yes, the teacher asked. I need to go to the bathroom too, Kendo blurted out, and the teacher nodded. Yes, go, he said, and she jumped up to follow you out of the room and down the hall. Yen! She called after you as you walked. Wait up! You stopped and waited for her, and she jogged to catch up to you so you could both walk together side by side to the girls' room. Hi, you greeted her brightly. I feel like I haven't spoken to you all day. You haven't, and I've been dying to talk to you, she said in exasperation. Oh, what is it? You asked with surprise, not expecting her to need to talk to you so badly. Oh, okay, I'll just jump straight in because we don't have much time. she said quickly, looking around to check to make sure the hall was truly void of anyone else before launching into her questions. Okay, so, first of all, I saw you and Denki hugging last night. Your form prickled as soon as she spoke, and your head whipped around to make sure no one else had heard. It's okay, no one's here, she said quickly when she saw your frantic checking. Yes, he has nice hugs, you said in reply to her, your head down a little so you wouldn't give yourself away with how bashful talking about it made you. You both entered the bathroom then, and she checked again to make sure the coast was clear before asking her next question. So, and I could be really wrong here, but you looked like you were going to kiss, but then you didn't. Has anything been made official yet? So are you two dating for real now? Are you boyfriend and girlfriend? Are you ready to kiss? Man, I have so many questions, she screeched in a hushed voice. You weren't ready for her bombardment of questions, and your head whipped around as if almost looking for an escape. Sorry, Kendo said once she had calmed down. But I need to know! You hummed. Nothing is official yet, but we've talked about it, and he says he wants to ask me out, but do it the right way, but I don't really know what that means, and I've been thinking about kissing him, but oh my goodness, you squealed, pressing your hands to your cheeks with embarrassment. I can't believe I just said that. Kendo, too, had lost it a little and was flailing her arms in all directions and then squealed and grabbed you into a hug. Oh my, I can't believe how grown up you are already, she squealed. Okay, but do you know how to kiss? We need to prepare you. I don't know how to, and I'm scared, but I really like him, and you fumbled. It's okay. I'll get the girls together and we can talk about girl stuff. I don't know. It's okay, we'll help you, Kendo said firmly as she grabbed for your shoulders to hold you still. Don't panic. You were about to ask if she had ever kissed anyone before, but then you remembered that she hadn't even told you who she had a crush on, and you paused. Hang on, you said, staring into her eyes. But first you need to tell me who you like. You still haven't told me, and I've already told you so much about Denki. Kendo froze, and then a bright blush sprung up across her cheeks and nose. Oh, that's right. I haven't told you, have I? She said, a shyness creeping into her voice. Well, I had heard that one of the guys in our class liked me from the first time he saw me, and initially I didn't super like him back, but I don't know, I kind of do now, and the crush is getting more and more, but it's Tetsu. It's only taken 51 chapters, but we've got a crush now for Kendo. Stay tuned for next chapter. I'll see you tomorrow.